Okay, so we are on section 1.6 and we are flipping to deductive reasoning. And what it does is allows us to prove conjectures eventually. I don't think it's in this video, but eventually, so that we know it'll work in every single case. But in general, deductive reasoning is the opposite of inductive reasoning. You start with a rule that starting with general assumptions that are known to be true, and through logical and mathematical reasoning, you arrive at a specific conclusion. So, in simpler terms, apply the rule to new data situation. Okay, so if you start with specific instances and then you make a rule, that's called inductive reasoning. If you start with the general principles and you apply it to specific ones, that is inductive reasoning. I found this, I like it as a graphic. Also, move it up a little bit. My brain thinks this one's better. Inductive. So all your data comes in and you get a rule. All right, you're taking all this stuff, it doesn't work well in the background, bringing it together, making a rule. Deductive is you start with a rule and new situations. Sorry about my writing there. All right, let's just look at some examples, and I think it'll become really clear because it's not, the difference between them isn't a big deal. All right, Bill has blue eyes. Bob has blue eyes. Brad has blue eyes. Brett has blue eyes. All men whose name begin with B have blue eyes. Okay, data, 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 data. General rule. That is inductive reasoning. So we took all that stuff about all these guys with their blue eyes. We came up with a rule. All men whose eyes begin with blue, whose names begin with B, have blue eyes. All right, or the opposite way of doing this is all men whose eyes begin with B have blue eyes. Bjorn is a guy and his name begins with B, therefore his eyes are blue. So now you're taking your rule first and you're applying it to a specific case. To Bjorn, that's deductive reasoning. Okay, another example. So as a rule, we're going to accept it as true. Jim is a barber, but rules. Jim is a barber. Everyone who cuts hair by Jim gets a good haircut. Specific example, Austin's hair was cut by Jim. What can you deduce? Well, Austin got a good haircut. Okay, and then a little graphic I found. It's the same thing. Generalization to specific examples, that's deductive reasoning. And if you're making specific examples and you make the generalization or rule, conjecture, that is inductive reasoning. So they're kind of the reverse of one another. All right, into that one.